YouTube? Jungle Fix here with another video on the importance of getting a good surplus backpack. Alright, I know most of you guys probably have your old high school backpack or maybe even from earlier, and you'll probably notice that they're not so great at holding very heavy things or having on your shoulders for a prolonged period of time. However, for just a little bit of money, usually about $50, maybe a little bit less if you get a good deal, you can get a really nice surplus backpack from your local Army Navy store or even your old pawn shop if they're really cool guys. The one I always used when I was in and the one I always liked was the Marine Assault Pack, otherwise known as the 3-day pack. It doesn't have a whole lot of pockets, but it's got a lot of space. It's got one pocket down here near the bottom, and it's got the larger one up top. It also has some zippered compartments, usually right here in the main pack. In the smaller one though, you can fit a lot of miscellaneous items. You can use that space for, I don't know, a canteen or two, maybe a couple MREs, a little extra room if you get them stripped down like from the last video, gloves, all that good stuff. In the main compartment, it's nice and spacious. You can fit a huge water bladder right here in this pocket. Let's see if I can show you guys. In this pocket right here, like there's this little canvasy flap, and then you peel that back and you can fit a huge water bladder back there, usually about a 2 or 3 liter if you want to be normal. It's also big enough to hold your favorite subgun in this case a KP9 from KUSA. It's a little bigger than most backpacks would allow. However, with just a little finagling and the 3-day assault pack, you can fit it pretty well in there. Just got to move all the stuff out of the bottom first so it actually has room in there. And boom, just like that. You can have your water bladder in there still, a bunch of MREs, maybe a sleeping bag if you got one of those really compact tight ones. There's also a lot of attachments you can put on these backpacks too, like sustainment pouches too. You can also have on this MOLLE area up here any number of pouches or even magazines if you want to put them there for your buddies if you're that kind of guy. Right here on the side is all this MOLLE straps, and you may think like, well, why would it have all these MOLLE straps if there's not a lot to put there? Well, I'm glad you thought that, because these hydration pouches, you can usually get these for about $5 or $10 at an Army Navy store. They are just small enough to fit right here on the side, and it adds a whole lot more room. Obviously, it's not quite as thick as the rest of the backpack, but, you know, it's enough. It's a lot of space. And this is what a more complete field-modified 3-day assault pack will look like. It's got this nice big admin pouch on the front right here that'll strap down to the MOLLE. And on the side, you have those hydration pouches. Obviously, you can pop them up, put whatever you want in there, close them back up, and they have this nice little retaining strap down here so you can tighten it down. Plus, there's a little bit of room down there in between the actual pack and the pouch so that you can put, you know, extra antennas or poles or even like an ice axe if you're into that. But yeah, this is what a more field modified one looks like with a little more room that I mentioned earlier. Another option, if that one is not in order or, you know, it's a little too expensive, Alice packs. I know these might look a little old school because, you know, Vietnam era and stuff, but trust me, Alice packs, a lot of space in them. Or if you're really lucky, you can get the what's called usually the South Vietnam ones or the small Alice packs, and they're a little bit smaller, but even so, these bigger ones got a lot of pouches on them for, well, I believe these were grenade pouches back in the day, but you know, you can put a compass in there or some snack items, you know, trail mix, and then the main pouch is just massive. The other cool thing is that usually they come with this skeleton mount right here, so it stays off of your shoulders slightly. I know a lot of more modern backpacks allow you to do that, but then again, they're not quite the same quality or reputation as some of these older backpacks. Like, you can ask any Marine, they'll probably swear by these things. Although, if you want my opinion on it, one small thing that you might want to do, a lot of them, especially in the surplus market, will have these, they'll have these opaque white fillers, basically. And it more or less just goes in the main pouch, but in the back of the backpack. And it's supposed to give it a little more form. However, in my experience, it really loves to rub out the corners right here on the back. And as nice as that may be for photos or stacking it in a room, it likes to wear out the corners. And to me, that's kind of a no-go, because I like my stuff to, last a while. But yeah, that's basically all I got for you guys. Have a good one.
Oh, 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 it's a lovely war.